When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, home of the Boston College Eagles. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the California Golden Bears, taking on another team from the ACC, the Boston College Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Boston College lined up, ready to kick off and get things going. From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Cal's offense will go to work first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
Makes the grab. It's Wilkins.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Bringing the heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Baker. Makes the grab on the left. Fights off a defender. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
And the Golden Bears want to crank the tempo. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Offside, defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The Golden Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for room. It's Robinson. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
And the Golden Bears have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Boston College's offense will go to work for the first time today. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did. He was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
And that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Boston College will send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Cradles it at the 35. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Give to the running back. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wilkins.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
The Golden Bears kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. On the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Wide open downfield. Turning it on. Finally corralled and not before. He picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. The short hands. It's Hagan. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. Motion from the wide receiver. The inside handoff. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Now the lead is down to 11. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They'll try the run. Break, just steamrolling the defense. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Golden Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll go right back to him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Baker. Right on the money. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Golden Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Got it in the middle. It's Turner. Good, solid tackle.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Turner. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Turner. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Robinson. Just plowing ahead. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Looking to pass. It's Baker. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
And the Golden Bears will try to move the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got his man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now on second and goal. Just keeps slinging it to the end zone, and it's picked off. Hauled down inside the 5, at the 4 after the pick.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover 0, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. The play action fake. Got it behind the line. It's Harris. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Baker. Rushes on him, using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Golden Bears trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Trying to pull his way in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
After getting nothing on the last snap, let's see if they try to run it in on 3rd and goal from the 1. Finds his big tight end. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Looking downfield, it's Baker. Pocket breaking down. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Hagan. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's got an open man. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock. Just a few. They'll run play action. Here's a heat. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. As someone once said, from way downtown, bang, outside of 60 yards.
What a weapon this kicker is. When you've got leg talent like that, you're liable to score from anywhere on the field. Just get the ball close to midfield, and you can put 3 on the board.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been taking in some scene there today in Chestnut Hill. And how can we begin our analysis of that 1st half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Alumni Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the 2nd half here. And the Golden Bears will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the 1st half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the 1st half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the 1st half.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Quickly complete. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. And the Golden Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
The Golden Eagles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Finds a man on the left. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. The receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, running back on the move. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Shoots it to the left. Touchdown, Boston College! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but that fourth down stop kept them from getting anything on the board.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your...
There he goes. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Golden Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Turner. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Back to throw, it's Baker. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
Man, that dude just hits the gas and just goes. How nice is it as an offensive coordinator to have a quarterback that you can run just like a tailback? And you got a tailback in the backfield with him all the time, and he can throw so many options, but you just see the speed when he hits the gas, and it is really nice.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Big guy smells it. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
On third and goal, they'll throw it. Looking for the goal line. And they will score. Touchdown, Cal. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Ohio State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Troy Smith, and they're right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Alabama. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the big fella. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Hagan. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. BC back to work after picking up the 1st down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Trying play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Boston College will send out the punt team. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Back to pass, it's Baker. He slings it deep to the left. He's got it along the sideline. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
28, Boston College, 12.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Under fire. Gets it to the back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hagan. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter.
No gain on the play. Number 16.
These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got his man downfield.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quarterback just flat and missed it. Incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
He wants to throw it again. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Down in the 4th quarter. It's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. This Boston College offense has it working. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give from the gun. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
The coaching staff defensively, they harp on this unit to be more physical, to fly to the football and gang tackle. You're seeing all of that in this game. That's why they're one of the best run defenses in the nation.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. Grabbed behind the line, it's Harris. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, going RPO on that 2nd down, the idea was they were going to have to throw and try to get a big chunk of yards to maybe get the 1st or set up 3rd and short, but no problem because your quarterback's playing smart football right now. He takes off running when no one's there. Now you've given yourself a good chance to convert this 3rd down because of the quarterback's decision.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Running back looking for the end zone to the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
The snap sets up to throw. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and they're down 8 here in the 4th. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Cal gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David, if they can add to it on this drive. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Baker. Got it in the middle. It's Turner. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Golden Bears are in the hurry-up.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Golden Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. With the catch, it's James. Touchdown, Cal! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Marshall has opened up a can, and the result is what's shaping up to be one of the more lopsided affairs of the entire day. They're up by 30 over Boise State. Just another week of college football where we've
keeping an eye on it for us. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. He'll throw on 3rd down. He's got the tight end. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And the Golden Eagles getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. He's going for it all. Caught at the 25. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Boston College now operates from the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. The quick out. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. He wants it all. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
All right. right. Big touchdown makes it a 9-point game. You got to kick the extra point right now, and then you've got to find a way somehow, some way to get the football back. You're going to have to score again and go for 2. A lot has to go right, but at least you get that touchdown to give yourself an opportunity.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onside every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They can move that thing 1 yard here. That'll probably wrap this baby up. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Got the first down and more. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. It's complete on the right side. Got some room, entered to the goal line. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
And the Golden Bears inside the final minute trying to wind this clock to 0. A run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And they take it in for 6 more points. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone. It's Townsend. And the returner will be brought down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the sack all the way back at the 5. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Touchdown, Cal! And the beatdown has ensued.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he makes the extra point. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. And the pass is dropped and incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock has struck 0, and the ball game is over. Well, these guys have gotten off to a great start, getting out of the gate 3-0. Jesse, do we have a contender on our hands?
I know it's early, Reese, but this looks like a team right now that could be in that college football playoff discussion come year's end. They've got the playmakers. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. They've overcome some tests early, David. I know it's a long season, but they at least look like they're for real.
They definitely look the part. They look like they're for real. But you know what happens throughout a season. You lose momentum, and injury happens. So they're definitely one of those teams we're going to continue to talk about. But it's still early. It's week 3.
That will